The Gambia is proud to host the 15th OIC Summit on the 4th and 5th May 2024, the second largest gathering of world leaders, kings, presidents, rulers, prime ministers, along with delegates from 57 member countries of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation will gather in our beloved nation for this historic event. The theme of the summit is enhancing unity and solidarity through dialogue for sustainable development. It's a platform to foster cooperation, promote peace and drive sustainable development across the Ummah and the world at large. We call on all Gambians to unite and support the government as it strives to host a memorable and successful event. Let's showcase our hospitality, culture and the beauty of the Gambia to the world. Join us in making history. Let's stand together, united as one, to ensure the 15th OIC Summit in the Gambia is an event to remember. Together, we can make a difference.
Hello, good morning viewers. You are watching QTV this morning. I am Ibrahim Asuri Balde. We are back again on another edition. And if you just tuning in, this is QTV this morning. And I'm in the studios with Julde Njai. Good morning, Julde. How are you?
I am fine. Good morning to you, Ibrahim. Good morning to our viewers and Mr. Ade.
Yes.
From wherever you're watching us from. Yeah. It's always good to be back.
Yes. Good morning, Mr. Ade. Our newspaper review guest.
Yes. Always good to be here. And yeah, it's great to be here. And I think one of our regular viewers bumped into Julde yesterday.
Yes. I was about to say that.
My cousin Angela, who I mentioned many times. She came to see you, Mr. Balde, but you were not here. But she was lucky enough to
meet Julde.
To meet Julde and gave her a big hug. Yes.
And what happened was I was already going,
yes,
and she was in the vehicle in a taxi coming, and then I saw someone waving at me. I was like, who is this person? You know, she was like, stop, I'm coming down. And the moment I saw her, I knew it was Angela.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
wow.
knew it was her.
And you've never seen her before, but yeah, something must have. Because I had mentioned that they were in the country.
And how smart, I mean, she was recognizing Julde.
No, Julde's on the screen every day, so of course,
That's amazing. I mean, so good morning. And once again, today we have the Q&A, the questions and answers session with Imam Jah, and of course, the newspaper review as well. Then we will be engaging NAWEC on their 3-step TID toll rollover guide. You know, a lot of people are talking about it. I saw a lot of figures that I don't understand.
Hopefully all will be made clear.
So they will be here to clear that. Then the All African Games update interview with Gina Bass will be airing on the QTV this morning.
Yes,
today.
indeed.
Gold medal champion.
Yes, there's a nice video of her. And yeah, we're all looking forward to the 200 meters. She's already got the 100 meters gold medal around her neck. And the interesting thing, of course, as we all know, is that that was meant to be her, you know, slightly weaker. I say slightly weaker because she won silver last time, so it's not as if it's a poor event for her, the 100 meters. But this time she won gold, and in a good time, and she beat a very good field. I mean, she beat people who, going into this race, had been winning all their races. So it was an excellent performance by her.
That's amazing.
And so it bodes well for the 200 meters.
200 meters.
Everyone who knows Gina knows her of being someone, you know, who break records when it comes to what she does.
Absolutely.
You know, we are not surprised. She said, she keeps telling herself, you know, I have to keep working. It's all about working and determination.
It is. I mean, the tougher test lies ahead. That's the Olympics. But we don't want to depress ourselves with that because there are women who run much, much faster than her. But certainly in terms of the African Games and on the African continent, she's #1, and rightly so. And, you know, honestly, it's no small achievement. It's a huge achievement to win the 100 meters. It's a keenly contested race always in this.
True.
And she won it by commanding a distance. So it was fantastic performance by her. And as I said, it really makes me excited for the 200 meters.
I'm just alerted we need to take the Q&A, questions and answer session. Let's listen to what we have today on Q&A.
comme dama bëgg a xam asalaamaaleykum yaa imam man de dama am laajte si weeri koor bi moo nekk si wàllum hida comme dama bëgg a xam ban time la nit war a start or bi si time hida bi because maybe nit nga ki nga xam ne bés boobu da nga leet a jóg léegi nga jóg nga eewu maybe nga dégg ñu ngeen nooda ndax foofu balaa ñuy wax asalaatul xayru mina nawmi ndax mun ngaa naan ndox wala lekka tàndarma wala dépend si li nga bëgg a lekka wala suñ startee nooda bi rek time yi or jot na loolu laa bëgg a xam.
nit koo xam ne jàpp dafa jot mooy commencé or dafa jot ngay njëkkalante ak waxtu wi di lekk walla ngay naan loolu dafay yàq sa bés bi yépp su fekkee ne day nit ki dafa lekk walla naan te xamuloo ne fekk da nga juum daal xamoo ne waxtu wi dugg na soo ko xamee da ngay stop la ngay def te da nga fay bés ba ci yenn boroom xam-xam yi waaye ci ñenn ñi déedéet waaye li gën a wér mooy da ngay fay su fekkee ne nag da nga dégg nodd gi ba pare ngay góorgóorlu di lekk walla naan loolu moom yow yaa ko tey da nga xotti orma bu weeru koor booba itam uute am na ci ndax da ngay fay boole ko kafaara waaye bi ma jàpp ne moo gën a wér mooy da ngay fay te doo kafaara insha allahu taala yal na yàlla def ne loolu moo dëppoo bëgg-bëggam.
waa del si nañ boobu laajte bu am solo la di Aida bu laajte question boobu noonu and Imam Jah moom tontu na ko you know yes it's important like as you are eating what we call suhur you know at some point it is said when you hear the azan you don't have to continue eating.
Stop.
Once you hear the azan, you need to stop, then Ramadan fasting starts.
Yeah.
You understand? So people like me, what I will do...
let's hear. Are you going to...
If my spoon is full,
is
I
halfway.
have to complete that one.
Oh, that one.
I have. Imagine you take a very good chunk of meat and you know, and a guy open a microphone there and say, "Allahu Akbar." You'll just complete.
And then you complete.
No, but I mean, Imam have to.
I suspect many people do that.
Imam have to clarify something.
If people are honest.
No, the one in the bowl, but I don't know the one in the hand.
Yeah, if many people do that, but no, it is. You stop. It doesn't mean if you're halfway there you continue. Stop means stop, really. So.
But others will say that maybe if it's 6:06, they will say that it's 6:06 in his clock. For me, it's 6:05, so I will have to continue.
Yeah, it's a dilemma that many people face because you know that the day ahead you're going to not have food or drink, so there is that temptation. But that's part of the discipline, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, we'll take a look at Gina's video as well,
cool.
and you know, take a look at her interview. How prepared is she again for the games coming?
For the 200, the race ahead.
Exactly. So we'll take a look at it. We'll be back.
I'm really happy to win a gold medal for my country, which I'm really grateful to God. Coming out here and performing for my country and winning the gold medal, I'm really grateful.
How was the race like for you?
Yeah, it was not easy running yesterday and today, but I managed to win, which I'm really grateful.
Many were thinking, I mean, because 200 is your favorite event, you would have done better in the 200 meters, but in the 100 meters, we saw you beat a Nigerian and Liberian.
I'm good in both, so I do both events. So coming out, participating in the 100, I'm really happy, doing my season best, repeating 11-3, which I know that it will be good end of the season. So I'm really grateful.
200 ahead of you, defending champion. Should we expect you to defend your title?
Yeah, let's just hope for the best because this is sport. No one knows and no one can predict it.
What message do you have for the Gambians back home?
The message I have for them is to thank them for their support and being behind me every time when I'm competing. I'm really grateful and seeing their shouts and their prayers towards me. I'm really grateful. Yeah, I always think of injury because it's part of the game, but I'm really grateful. Finishing first in the 100 meter yesterday and today, I'm really grateful to God. I just feel happy because standing in the podium, hearing your national anthem, I'm really grateful. Yeah, it's just a glory of God. I'm really grateful. The things comes at once. I'm really grateful. Receiving my promotion yesterday and today having my gold medal. I'm really grateful to it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
One thing for me on that interview, standing on the podium and hearing your national anthem, it goes goosebumps. I mean,
but for her, even when she was almost close to tears, I mean, unfortunately, we didn't have a close-up of her there, but when the national anthem was playing, she was actually close to tears, and that's understandable because it's an emotional moment.
It is.
You know, so yeah, you know, credit to her. And she mentioned there her promotion. That's in the police force. She's been promoted, and that promotion was announced the day before the race. So it's kind of double celebration for her. So hopefully the hat trick will be when she wins the 200 meters, and we look forward to that. But she's always been very level-headed. She talks about how injuries are part of the sport, and that you can never predict. You know, if we could predict everything, then nobody would bother to turn up for certain races. But, you know, you predict, and we just pray that, you know, she's in good health and that she doesn't pick up an injury and that she excels and once again comes out champion, because as we keep saying, the 200 meters is her strongest event. So, yeah. And
our volleyball team, they're supposed to...
They're all out. Sorry, everybody's been kicked out. The men also in the 4x100, they came 5th. It was won by Nigeria, Ghana second, and I think Liberia third, the men's 4x100, which is a pity because they ran a good race and they ran a very good time, but the competition was stiff. It was a really, really keenly fought contest, so they're out. So yeah, again, it's a pity, but there you are. It's a sport, fine margins in that race. You know, just that much separated them from getting the bronze, and yet they ended up 5th. You know, not even 4th. So it was close. It was close. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, let's wish Gina good luck. Our sponsors, Lido and Olinda Tea, the OIC
Secretariat,
the Gambia, and they are getting ready for the convergence of heads of states in the Gambia.
We're all looking forward to that.
We are happy that Mr. Ade is part of the media team.
Yes, and I'm happy that I'm
You
part
did
of the
not
media
make
team.
any wrong choice by choosing him to be part of the media team.
I'm sure.
And how far with choosing I and Balde?
No, don't worry. That's almost. I mean.
From this studio, I'm actually going to the meeting of the media team. So
that is
I'm
what
sure
it is.
that will be discussed now that you've said it on air.
That is what it is. You know. So let's take a look at some of the stories making headlines, and I think I got some stories here that we would be.
And whilst you're looking for that, we can also quickly mention that we're getting closer and closer to the vote, the big vote in Senegal. That's on Sunday. And I should ask my BBC colleagues this. You know, I always tease them. Why do you say Senegal? And what really it always annoys me. But yesterday it made me laugh because in the same report, the person mentioned Macky Sall as being the president of Senegal. And then at the end of her report, she said he's the Senegalese president. Why didn't you say the Senegalese president? So, you know, BBC, look, it's Senegal, it's not Senegal. But that's another beef I have with them, you know. Like, you know, why are you calling him Senegalese president? And then earlier you're saying the president of Senegal. Like, get real. It's Senegal. It's not.
Macky Sall insists he makes no mistakes. I mean,
that's in the BBC interview. Actually,
I don't know the mistakes he's talking about, but no man is an island.
No, he was being specific there. They were asking him, should he apologize, and did he make a mistake by postponing the election? And to be honest, I think the BBC guy, Wahinga Mora, should have pushed him more, because he said it was not my decision. Well, actually it was, because when he went on state TV to give his address to the nation, when he got to the part about why he was postponing the election, he actually said the same section of the Constitution which allows me to call an election allows me to postpone an election. He actually said that. So he can't now say it wasn't my decision. You said it yourself. And the guy should have used his own words to throw it back at him and say, no, I saw your broadcast and that's what you said. But anyway, that's where we are. It's going ahead. And really, in terms of, people are saying, oh, they haven't had enough time for campaigning, which is true. But actually, if you look at it, it's only been delayed by a month. So they've actually only lost 2 weeks of campaigning. So it's not as if they've lost 100 days of campaigning, but obviously it's still a shortened period. And the campaigning is heating up, people having huge crowds, and Amadou Ba confounding everybody who said he's not popular. He goes out in the streets and 20,000 people are following him. And like, oh, this is the guy who's not popular? Wow, what if he was popular? So, yeah,
You said 50 yesterday. Why did you say 20 now?
Because yesterday he went to a smaller place. He's posting videos.
I don't know where you got your numbers, Mr.
I've been watching. No, because people have been commenting. People have been commenting.
You on this spot.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
So government
subscribe to his Facebook page and you'll get all the updates.
Government generates over 1 billion from sales of 36 Jammeh's properties.
Yes. And
over 1 billion.
What we want to know is what's going to happen to that 1 billion. What's it going to be spent on? It will be interesting to know. I guess, I don't know whether the article,
maybe
when you go beyond the headline, whether it says that, but it's a significant figure. 1 billion, yeah. We wait and see what happens. Yeah.
So the government spokesperson upbeat about more cabinet position for women. Still we talk about it, activists, especially feminists like Jenaba Sonko. Sometimes
just feminists like Jenaba Sonko.
They make a lot of noise about 50% for men and 50% for women.
Yeah, in every country in the world, women outnumber men, statistically. There's no country where it's the other way around. So if you look at the representation, not just in the cabinet, he's talking about ministers, but even in the National Assembly, I think we're about third or second worst in Africa. For women's representation.
The Gambia.
Yes. As in elected, National Assembly members. So that's really quite. In fact, I think, were it not for nominated members making up the numbers, we would be the worst in Africa.
Was it only one elected person?
Yeah, one.
Just one.
Just one. So
and now even the figure is going down, even in the cabinet, because basic education minister is gone.
Yeah, but I think she's been replaced by a woman. So the representation is not that good. But something happened yesterday which I found very, very interesting, and it's nothing to do with Africa, but it made me think of Africa. And it was Leo Varadkar. He's the Prime Minister of Ireland, Republic of Ireland. He resigned yesterday. And in his resignation speech, he said something very interesting. He said, I've been Prime Minister for 7 years. He said, and we politicians are only human. He said, we get into this position, we do as much as we can, and then when we know we can't do anymore, we should step aside and step down. And I thought, you would never hear an African leader say that. Never, never, never. Nobody pushed him. Nobody put a gun to his head. There wasn't an imminent election. He just decided to step down. And he did. He resigned yesterday. I watched the whole press conference live. He spoke for about 7-10 minutes. But that phrase that he said, that you reach a point where you know you can't give anymore. He said, I've reached a stage where I think somebody can do the job better than I can. That's why I'm stepping down. In Africa, that would never happen. Not in a million years. Not in a million years.
Even if they will carry you up and down. I can remember there was a time even Robert Mugabe, was struggling.
At the age of 90.
Yes, he was struggling,
and
but
he still wanted to be
president. You understand?
It's not
I think
an easy
Nelson
job to give
Mandela
up.
did the same thing. I mean,
Mandela
almost
he stepped down.
He stepped down.
Yeah.
Of course.
He was like, I cannot
Yeah, exactly.
Old age.
And the people wanted him to go on, but
Yes.
he said, you know, you reach a stage when you should step down and give way to other people. But it's unheard of in Africa. So when I watched that press conference yesterday, it kind of resonated with me that I hope some of our African leaders are watching.
You think they did not
They'll probably laugh at him and think, what's wrong with this guy? Nobody forced him to go. Why is he stepping down? You know, so that was interesting. So I just thought I'd go
Some
beyond
of his
our
colleagues
borders.
are even looking at him and say, look at this guy.
abnormal.
All right, so 4 revenue collectors admit misusing Brikama Area Council funds.
Yeah, I mean, this is just the latest council to have revelations come into the open because of the Commission of Inquiry. And, you know, what we keep hearing from all of them is it just makes the picture worse and worse. You know, people saying, like the one yesterday he hadn't banked the accounts for 1 year, collected 1 year's revenue and hadn't banked them for a whole year. Where were you keeping them? And so, you know, this is just the latest in you know, quite a shocking testimony. And I hope people are paying attention because he's exposing a lot of things that there are systems, theoretically, it's all on paper, but nobody's following the systems. You know, it says if you collect, you do this. If you collect, you bank. You collect, you bank. It's all there. And if somebody only looked at the paper, they'll say, oh, this is really well organized. These people, they really know what they're doing. But when you look at the reality, you scratch beneath the surface, what you see is that people are just ignoring the systems that are put in place. And it's the usual thing. You know, we go to, I even stopped us going to some of these validation things. They validate a policy. Validation is easy. Implementation is the difficult bit. And we're not good at implementing. You know, we're good at, you know, our shelves are groaning with laws and policies that have been validated. You go and look at, see how many of them are actually being carried out in the way that is set out on that piece of paper. Virtually none of them, you know, and that's what is being exposed by Brikama Area Council. It will be another area council and another and another and another because it seems to be endemic, you know. Yeah.
Well, sometimes there are things that we should not take lightly, especially revenue collection. I mean, I think we need to put people with integrity, you know, in certain positions, but it's also difficult to man, you know, an institution or a particular, you know, money collecting avenue.
Well, particularly if you have,
if it's not there for them to know how many women are actually, or how many vendors are selling in Serekunda market, and the monies that are collected there on a daily basis. People don't know. It's a manual where you come, they have this small book, you come,
they give you a ticket,
they give you a ticket, and that's it. So there is no accountability.
I can go print a lot of
We
tickets.
saw one guy who said, you know,
happens.
he'd been, the machine was faulty,
and
but for 2 months he was still collecting.
Collecting, yes.
Where's the machine?
So where are the receipts? Because the receipts would have been recorded electronically. And of course, for 2 months you were still collecting, but you didn't get the machine
But Mr.
fixed.
I think there should be a system. If you give me a machine to go and collect, you know, maybe duties from ladies in the market, I think there should be a proper system whereby all these machines will be regulated in such a way. Maybe that machine will be sending data to the main office.
Well, yes, I mean, in theory, that's part of it, because each machine is set up in a way where it is meant to record every receipt that is issued. But when you say, oh, when they asked the guy, I remember he said, oh, it's in my house. So you didn't take it somewhere to get it fixed?
And the house is not just around this end. The house is beyond Basse.
You know.
What is our machine doing
beyond? So, you know, all what you're saying is true. Yes, it should be recorded in a central place. But also, I go back to the point. Theoretically, the system is there that you should do certain things, but nobody's monitoring it. Nobody's monitoring it. We have the system, but we don't follow them. So, you know, it's easy to come up with stuff, oh, we validated this, validated that. Have you implemented it? Have you got a monitoring procedure that is really, really checking on whether people are doing what they're supposed to be doing? And we don't have that. We just have it on, you know, face value, and we pay lip service to it. But the reality is, it's and people just ignore it, of course. Yeah.
True.
Sad, very sad. It is. So any other headlines that grabbed you?
Well, I'm afraid, I mean, what we
already?
have for your time is already
So
gone.
Angela, Mr. Balde is here today.
Yeah, I wish I met Angela yesterday.
So she'll be coming again today.
Oh, she'll be coming again.
She's coming again today.
All right, that's fine. Yeah, so we'll take a short break. Reminder, this program is sponsored by the OIC Secretariat. And of course, Lido and Olinda T. We'll be right back.
Akita Gambia ise wotika OIC Summit giyanyinan membe kela abentang ani lulu njangoti abekela mekaro tilinani katafu atili lulu kan 2024 mansa kewolu presidentolu maralalu prime ministerlu ani molu me yalon ko wolle be bala andi dabe nyinka foto men tata fo banku taw lulu ani worowula wolle be benna na banko kam pour nyimbe ngana membe kela tari koti bengo ko ngafanga ibe men kachala wolle mka jankundir ke kilimbaya kilingola ani nyobuto katambi kachalu landa malu tema pour na banko la yirwa ani nyatota ibe kumandir ke la Gambia dingolu bela kake kilinti kama zakunda fasa ila simfa nyato yementa pour ka bembagia me yalonko motenyi nalala alinga na timinandi ya itandi na chosano na hadabadia aninda daji ko kenno me yalonko dunia yello wal alinga fumanga ke tari kodi ngalo ngaka kilinti nganyomuta ngaje ko nyimbentang ani lulu nyaw OIC Summit Gambia kono ngubende ti me yalonko motenyi nalala.
Technology has always been at the forefront of our lives, and the way we use it has evolved drastically over the years. With the advent of 5G internet, we are entering a new era of technological innovation that promises to transform the way we live, work, and play. 5G internet is capable of providing data speeds up to 100 times faster than 4G, making it the ideal solution for streaming high-quality videos, playing online games, and downloading large files on the go. 5G internet is already transforming cities across the globe, powering smart cities, self-driving cars, and virtual reality experiences that were once thought impossible. 5G internet is also paving the way for Internet of Things, allowing for seamless connectivity between devices and the creation of a truly connected world. For the first time in the Gambia, QCell is bringing tomorrow's technology to you today with the launch of QCell 5G internet. Get ready to experience the out-of-this-world wonders of QCell's 5G internet. For more information, call 111. QCell. We innovate, others follow.
The future is now with QCell's 5G network. Experience speeds like never before with our new 5G Rocket Fixed Internet plan. Get speeds from 10 Mbps to 100 Mbps. Your 5G-enabled device. Walk into QCell headquarters to get one of our 5G routers and experience the true feeling of 5G. Only with QCell. QCell brings you the future, tech, innovation, incredible speed. The future is now. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunyabus. We innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
QCell moy Sunyabus. QCell moy Sunyabus. QCell moy Sunyabus. Go, ebe dawa full network suda tili QCell. Ni lafta diamla wati jamala mune diata QCell. Most reliable network jumala keta wati QCell. Wo quality man nyon soda jam ona manke QCell. Hanibe wulo ni farole kono walante be bako na jala fayola network ko se taria QCell Sunyabus. Nyo finjeka indi 3G ñu delu taxi 4G plus and now we bring you 5G. 5G. First and only 5G provider. Itella follow adi doron nesa keno. Gambia bela nyon tawa fele QCell. Ko fasunta buka busi QCell. Itella molti milka kukutol nati Gambia QCell meda lori la kilianol yele imanyina amanda wala itella ka quality dila dadi ma itelle silo wala wodol mume be keno ma QCell Sunyabus QCell Sunyabus QCell Sunyabus QCell Sunyabus Connection be bambandi QCell Sunyabus QCell most innovative QCell Sunyabus.
You asked for it, and QCell is giving it to you with our new and improved Sunyu Bundle Mega Promo. Now you can get more data at cheaper prices. Buy any of our bundle packages and enjoy massive discounts. Dial *303# and enjoy browsing on the network with the biggest coverage. Buy a 20 megabytes data bundle for as low as $7 and 50 bottles today or purchase bigger bundles up to 20 gigabytes. Yes, that's right, 20 gigabytes of data at your fingertips. With our mega promo bundles, you can browse more, chat longer, and stay connected on the go, anytime, anywhere. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell. We innovate. Others follow. Terms and
Yeah, we are back. This is QTV This Morning. Be reminded this program is sponsored by the OIC Secretariat and Olinda Tea, Lido Coffee. And we are back again, and now let's engage NAWEC on the three-step TID rollover guide, which is very important for us to talk about it, for people to understand what it means and how to go about it.
Absolutely.
So on that note, we have Buba Baye, Communication Officer at NAWEC, and Mr. Job. Okay. You are welcome, gentlemen, on this platform. First of all, I would like to say, in Lamen, Babylon, our electricity is good. Now we have enough electricity. Before we experience low voltage, but since they installed that transmitter for us, now we are having very good electricity. So thank you very much, NAWEC.
It's good that you mentioned it here, because Balde will always complain about NAWEC at Babylon. But now that it's fixed,
now
it's
good
fixed,
that, honestly.
That's good to hear, and I hope a lot of people will also do as you did, because that's the most important thing. Feedback will always help us. And then, yes, we are changing these transformers, canopy ones, and then avoiding these low voltages. So thank you for the feedback, and then I'm sure my MD and all the others are listening. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So now let's talk about the
TID.
Yes.
Which was rolled out last year.
Yeah.
How far have you gone as far as this is concerned?
Yeah. First, assalamu alaikum, and then good morning to all your viewers and our viewers. Yes, as you said, we started last year. That was almost end of late last year, the last quarter of 2023. Yes. TID rollover is not like this week the token identifier, but it's an update for the cars power meters. And it's not like only Gambia, as my project manager will always say. This is not Gambia, and that's the fact. It's the whole world. Anybody using cars power, it's due for update, because it's every 30 years. So we started it last year, and then we started with NYOMI, that is NBD, because if the Nyominkas can understand, everybody will understand. So we started in NYOMI, and then first what we did is sensitization. We make sure we did 2-3 weeks of sensitization into all the regions, and then we try to meet all the alikalos, almost every village, talk to people to understand, and then show them, share flyers, and then also, you know, QTV are also partners in this TID rollover, including GRTS and all other
media houses.
Thank you very much. Yeah, and all other media houses. So when we started in those regions, fine, it's a seamless thing, and that's how we expect. Though we will have some few, you know, people that would not understand, you have to go back to explain to them. That's happening. But it's a very simple method if you understand. Very important, but very simple. Yeah.
So as far as this is concerned, where are you right now, Mr. Joe? Because when we engaged Mr. Baji last time, he told us that this is going to be nationwide. So as far as this is concerned, at what region are you at?
Currently, we are at the West Coast. And for us, West Coast is very important, because if you look at our customer base, West Coast constitutes close to 50% of our customers on prepaid meters. So we've started rolling over for West Coast, and as we speak, a lot of the customers have started receiving the 3 tokens, sets of 20-digit tokens. But like Buba said, we've already implemented for the North Bank, Lower River Region, Central River Region, and Upper River Region. So once we're done with the West Coast, the final stage would be for the Greater Banjul area, comprising GBA and comprising KMC and Banjul.
So in terms of the installation of this, is it free for the customers, or they have to pay a certain amount of money in order for you guys to change it for them?
No, absolutely not. It's completely free. And in fact, it's an update, not like an installation, but it's an update that takes place. The way the update takes place, like we at NAWEC, first at the backroom office, would do the update. And all these meters are like the region, like when it's a West Coast region, all meters in West Coast. When they are all updated, now you, the customer, what you will be, the way you will understand that if updated is like, if you go to buy, you are getting 20 digits at first. Now you go and buy, you say 3 sets of 20 digits. Now if you have that 3 sets, now already you can know that your meter has been touched. And it's been updated from the office. Now you are going to do the rest. Now what do you do? That's why we call it the 3-step.
3-step.
Yeah, because you have 3 sets of 20. Now you will go to the meter. You have 2 types of meters in the system. We have, there are these CASPOs that you, after entering the CASPO, you punch enter. There are these ones that you don't punch
automatically.
It goes automatically. So those ones, especially that one goes automatically. You need to give it a breathing space. As my project manager will say, not like you do it like the full as I'm going to the Uro or no. You just few seconds, 5-10 seconds, you put the second one and put the third one also after that interval of seconds. And then that's it. As simple as that. You don't need to do it, but some will mistakenly go and punch the whole 60. And the thing doesn't appear to you in 60, it will appear 20, 20, 20. So just put 20, have that.
Give it some time.
Yeah, if you say time, people might take 5 minutes, but seconds. Put another one. Seconds. Put another one. That's it.
The purpose is to allow it to process the first 20 digits.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That's a good point. Yeah. That's it. But again, to your question, no, it's free, and we are not asking anybody. Any cost is there. NAWEC have already bear the cost.
Yeah, the cost.
Yes.
So as far as making access to electricity in the Gambia, accessible by 2025, how far have you gone with that target? My village, they are yet to have their electricity, though the nearby villages, they already have their electricity, which is Siju, the Naudes, and the others.
Thank you. Julia, I thought today we will only talk about the rollover. My
No,
project manager is here. And then Mr. Job also happens to double as the senior manager, the regional manager, senior regional manager for your area, CRR and URR, sitting here on my left. Yes, the Your Village, as I said, is part of the project, and we are coming. In fact, a week ago, you can ask your chief called and said, "How do you I said, yes, they are coming. Meaning, I see them in another village. I said, yes, they are coming. So it's like, we will all have it, but it's like, we will not have it the same day. But the project is on, and then by the time we say inauguration, your village will be inaugurated at the same time, because all the connections will be finished at the same time.
True.
Yes, we are still on track for 2025. We did not deviate from that yet.
Mr. Job, let's proceed here. Tell us about, if my meter is not upgraded, what will happen at the end of the time? What will happen?
You would stay in the dark, because you see, the whole idea about the TID is to make sure that your meter at the house is able to identify, is able to see with the tokens that are generated. And this is why we say that no matter how smart an individual is, you can't just put together any 20 digits numbers and say, all right, today let me give it a try, go to your meter and try to load. It won't happen. The reason is that there are encryptments in these tokens, and that's why each time you buy, even if Bua buys for his cash power meter and drops his receipt at the market, it won't be of any use to any other person but his meter. So those identifiers are set for 30 years. So at the end of these 30 years, they expire. Just like when you are, most of us using devices, be it telephone, even apps like WhatsApp, or a laptop and stuff, are subjected to periodic updates. So essentially, that's what's happening. But we are very confident, that will not be the case for any of our customers for the Gambia. Because already the deadline, the universal deadline, like Buba said at the beginning of his talk, that it's a universal event. And at the beginning, by November, you know, the deadline universally would be met. But our target is to make sure by June, July, we've completed, you know, for all our customers. And along the way, you know, the hitches that will come, 1 or 2 customers that might, you know, have challenges, peculiar challenges, we will try to see how we fix them. So as far as we are concerned, we are up for 100% success.
So before the end of the deadline, and before we get to the deadline, will you be able to upgrade all these meters? Because for me, I have not received anything. I have not received any token like that for now.
Okay. Yes, it's all the same. Thank you. Everybody would receive it in one way or the other, because the way it is received is when you, after updating, if you update your meter from our office, if the moment you go and buy, it's not like a token will be sent to you automatically. No. Okay. It's only when you go and purchase, either from NAWEC or from the third parties, like Q Power or Wave or whatever.
Okay.
All the third parties. If you buy from them, you will receive the 3 sets. Then you are now, your meter is now there. But then if you receive that 3 set of token, you would have to key it in. If not, even if you buy another one, you would not be able to. You will not be able to. Because now your meter has been updated. You need to complete the update. Yes.
Okay. Let's localize this for the interest of our
that's important.
Viewers. Julde.
Yeah. Pour joben yi rek naka la ñoo xamné li is the new system, because am na ñoo xamné suma job mbokki joben yi dal moy lolu duñ mëna xamné bi new system bi la dama wara upgrade. Sometimes sa dañoo fogné sen meter bi mo am problème.
Waaw numéro yi bari.
So waaw comme ban lan mo la wonné li new system la yo dang ko wara upgrade ci sa meter bi.
Okay, now by Mr. Job mu def ci olof bi dina ko indi soos.
di jégalu rek ci déglukat yi ne suma olof taxuta set waaye dinaa try li ñoo wax rek mooy amul benn coono amul benn jafe-jafe yow da nga dee jënd cash power te soo jëndee cash power soo bàyyee sa xel dañ la dee jox benn seti nomba yi soo ko compté di nga gis ne 20 nomba fa dee nekk waaye bés boo jëndee cash power nga gis ne tey joxuñ la 20 nomba waaye jox nañ la 20 nomba ñetti yoon soo ko gisee rek xamal ne li ñoo wax yëpp coow li yëpp foofu la li nga def rek yow ni nga faral di dugal sa am token sa nomba sa mita yi noonu nga di same thing nga def rek bu ba wax na ko fii si kàllaamay angale léegi ne ñaari façon yi mita nekk si Gambia gi fii soo seetee mita yëpp am na mita boo xam ne yow soo jëndee cash power soo ñëwee dugal sa 20 nomba yi rek mita bi si boppam def dee ràññee ne kii jënd na daf la day jox courant si saasi waaye am na mita yoo xam ne yow soo jëndee sa cash power ba pare soo dugalee dafa am foo mu am bouton boo dee bës pour machine bi mun a xaamee ne kii jënd na soo ñaari mita yi rek a fi nekk soo yow su fekkee ne léegi dem nga jënd cash power ñu jox la 20 nomba yi ñetti yoon ni nga dee dugalee sa cash power mita bi rek nomba bi noonu nga koy dugalee mooy da ngaa dem su fekkee ne yow bi nga amee jarut ngay bës soo dugalee 20 yi rek machine bi daf dee ràññee ne ki jënd nga dugalal 20 yi njëkk yi nga nooy tuuti rek liñ ci bañ rek mooy comme nga taxaw rek dugal 60 nomba si yëpp benn yoon dugalal 20 nomba bu njëkk ba nga nooki rek benn 2 seconde nga dugal ñaareel bi nga di same thing nga dugal ñetteel bi rek jeex na su dee bi nga amee nag boobu rek dee bës mooy da ngaa dugal 20 yi njëkk yi nga bës bouton bi nga dugalaat yeneen 20 yu si toppa nga bës beneen même bouton bi dan nga jekkali yéen 20 yu mujjee jeex na tag
soo defee loolu moom doo ko defaat
ba
laay séeréer li soo ko defee rek jeex na bu ko defaat
non beneen 30 years doo ko defaat ba another 30 years so li ñoo wax rek mooy su loolu passé li nga faral di gis comme tey benn 20 nomba yi will go back to noonu so benn 20 nomba yi rek ngay gis waaw
ba léegi rek si wàllum leeral bi because am na tamit cross section of the society ñuy wax ne NAWEC dañ andi système bi pour jéem a yokka lii bi courant bi indirectly and all of that ndax loolu lu am la
déedéet loolu nekkut lu am li moo tax luñ dee baaxoo di wax nit ñi suñ demee si sensitisation bi mooy sa kii change bi sax bala nga koo def su fekkee ne yaa ngi fa amoon units checkal sa units yi su fekkee 20 la woon 30 la woon soo dugalee dafa yokka soo wit min duñ laal dara te lii amul dafa it's a normal thing de comme nu koy vraiment xam nga sa mobile WhatsApp da ngay update sa number du change sa crédit du dem sa dara du yëngatu ay phone bi moo update so machines la all these are electronic gadgets ñoom yëpp am na time fo nga update leen so comme nu nga ko waxee rek fanweeri at bu nekk la day xew 1993 la mujjee xew so mu ngi xewaat le du xewaat bi di next boobu dafa fekk suma séréer bi màgget na ñu doxee ban comme yemi ñini ngaro min ke mande ka kam moy laltu wolem NAWEC ika fa tamandir kuto man tamandir kuta nati me min na dro wolem mital le ka update wolem ke kutayandi and wo kutayandi rombo ke ka nyaadi wolem ikalo nyaadi ko kutandi wolem kutandi ro ka fudete la nyaadi ni tata kaspo san yaje ko wotu mo ni tata sa ka rangole sodo rang mo rangole men ko set kili nambare nomba mo ne biji e kata nani fay ke mo wandi sa itata sandiro la yaje ko o say mo wang soto sinya saba ibe min kala rebite la mitale to rek iko passport dundi ni nyamete ibole ka nara ni de dundi ka bitongo la may bole mala nara ni de dundi ibe ka bitongo mawdo this time ni man bitongo ma iba dundi la ye nieji sinya fula saba ye fula nyango dundi ye nieji ko de ye saba nyango dundi abanda ko de la credit tala amanke joriti freelem moma mo nyini nga fenna
amanjari mita
change la ila fenne fangote falena hani la free jote maman but ni make ibe tarra dibo kono because hani passport eta dundi non o problème on lafta moli wala faham bad anum fana na 1669 nge karandile ni e commande wati don ibe guide le ka make sure that ye na clientol be mako ka kadum bite be west coast comme ni afa nyame nga commencé kabiri nyomi tundo le lan fo basse fo kiyang nyol nga bekele so say dunda nang west coast wala brikama la commanda mara banko andum jam fadara silang ngamera silang alhamdulillah ma banga jigo so jandi lokum fula fa sabambe pare la jele o kola sinana kacha ninkem sinkol nim banyu kol fana ngana wol fana take bare faydo to min bije wolem dal nyim manke kukutati amanke tamandir kutati anu ni adundi sinya kirinda band ni murta ko dara passport syndrome ibe normal mo ngol sot la say abanda ite kudo
to nyalem to nyawa mr
okay ay do nyinin karo do ke janka ko molu ka foko ibe courant da la fa kanne nim fero la bari kamol la mani yandi nyina ko nyimu fenneti mi yala manke Gambia da mala kuti NAWEC da mala kundi kaspo wabe banku to duniya kono nim fe mu kafu kilindron nem ado ko be ka kafu kilineti walat na minu be Senegal lembang fo minu be Ghana lembang minu be China lembang dawo dan duniya kono na tara ka kaspo wala use ibele bulobe nyokono andunga bele ka ke wati kilon la wala na fana ninka ibebe expire la nyin November karo min kana doldun janni wobe sila wala tan wulta pour ka make sure ko Gambian na customer be dawda ngala mita update
all right, that's interesting Julde I hope ne molbe deadline on you meet before November pour molbe sa kala mutawo nyama kuma yatale pour moli alonko ko yafa nyama Mr Job amanke kaspo la fa o amanke ko NAWEC lafta ka ferol leke molla bari lafta le drum pour ka mitasol upgrade pour itamandi nyase sone ya mole ngalon ne wo mu fennete me yalon ko akuma ya tabake so ni kaspo sang ye nomba jamalje alon ko kana jahal katun wala mo itala mitani NAWEC yaaje komale ya upgrade le sa itala atutete le bulu pour yenyin nombal dundi fenne me yalon ko
be screen note ten comme si fa step
1669 la mo nombati fana ni lafta ka NAWEC commande free any network is a commande
any network
so finally ale muna so janni be sarodi la
thank you very much baraka tan ngam bije wolam kal tendu kal jay ba QTV ngam folem do ndol natol mo partner le anana bimbe min folana client le don wolem do kolbe kerine ando nying tiadi rollover akana ke kuti miano ga kija fara mo kana na moya ko nangam dinna pour nga nyinke is free
wo bambandi yalo ngi si fana be kerim fofu lol se bu
lol so malaf moyna ko jot totanam ni wata totuma
nte nga mira business wala nga mira business wala nga dum so
so mo kana so to le mo nga dunde ale
nga dundali mo kana ta mo ni min nata kale ko ndeboda NAWEC le ila tiadi rollover abulo mo sama police ole man jari fa moy ne ya because ni wala it's normal they get a passport duni buka mo kumani so ni banyin kele mam jari ka mo kumani so it's completely free and we get a credit ko domo NAWEC mandra kurang la fala follow montra kurang la faga ando nga jiko so dafa ngo tuma non tina malo but follow mi meki mala fa and ni mbala fa la fang mbe lola nga faale ko nga kenyam but ni mu free lati ni mu just kala middle update abanda to ma fulale ala baraka baga
Mr. Joe.
Thank you, Allah Baraka Bag, for hosting us.
Thank you very much, Julde. This is all
we have until we come your way next
week
for another edition of this morning program.
Exactly. Reminder, this program is sponsored by the OIC Secretariat, Lido, and Olinda T. So thank you very much for following. Enjoy the rest of our programs. Until we come again next week, have a wonderful day.
Gambia am nañ mbégte ngir taxawee jotaay bii di fukkeeli yoon ak juróomi OIC Summit ci ñaari fan ñeneenti fan ak juróomi fan ci weeri May 2024 dinañ dalal ay buur ay njiiti réew ñu toppa ci njiiti réew yi ak ñi nga xam ne ñooy taxawal seeni réew ci mbootaay gi ñu tollu ci juróom fukk ak juróom ñaari réew ñu bokk ci Organisation of Islamic Cooperation ñoo fee daje ñu war leen a dalal fii ci réewi Gambia teeru leen sargal leen bu kenn dootut fàtte ñu war a dajee ngir mun a waxtaan càmbar nu ñoo amee jàmm ak bennoo mun a mànkoo si lu ñoo jëmale kanam ak yokkute du rek si suñuy réew waaye àdduna wërngal képp loolu tax na ñuy sàkku ci ñëpp ñu defati ko nañ ko daan defee àndandoor bu taaru bañ ñu xamee woon jàppale nguur gi bañ am ko niñ ko bëggee ci xew-xew bu màgg bile na aada ak cosaan gi génn ñu yaatu ak taaral jikko yi comme niñ ko daan defee wane suñ bopp ci kanami àdduna yépp nañ leen bokk def taarix nañ leen mbooloo songa ko daan ko